Hey guys, welcome to the Daehan Podcast. This is your host, Daehan. Welcome to episode number 1. Very excited and very thankful that you guys are listening in. This is episode number 1. I wanted to really start with something to take away good information to be able to implement into your life. And I've been thinking. I wanted to talk about something I can definitely relate to. Speaking to people that I work with, coworkers, people in daily lives, and people on Instagram, on YouTube, what have you. And it is the Pandemic 15. Now, what is the Pandemic 15? Well, it's just the extra set of weight that we have been gaining. I'm sure some people, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, amount of weight that we don't want to talk about. You know, the pandemic has changed the way we do things, whether it's work, at home, the way we work out, all those things. It impacted our lifestyle. It's definitely hard to adjust when our lifestyles are so dramatically changed like that on a pivot. It can definitely affect our eating, the way we do things, and all those good things. And I can definitely say I have certainly gained some weight over the pandemic and in the process of losing it right now. And that's kind of the whole focus of today's episode. I'm sure I am not the only one who have gained some weight over the pandemic because, I mean, let's face it, a lot of people are working from home. Some people used to walking to work, biking to work, or just taking the subway, what have you, public transportation. And that involves walking and all those daily requirement exercises that you were used to. But now some people are just sitting down majority of the day. That definitely impacts our lifestyle and also the way we eat, right? The increase in takeout food is pretty extraordinary. Being able to cook at home, especially for people who were never so used to cooking at home, they resort to those pre-packaged meals. All you got to do is just put it in the oven or put it in the pan and cook them up. For those of you who can relate to, and you guys are thinking, you know what, I definitely do want to lose the pandemic weight and get to the weight that I was before the pandemic. Or for some of you who have always been contemplating, you know what, I always wanted to lose weight and I think this is a great time. I tried different diets, different fat loss journeys, and it just hasn't gotten the results that I were looking for, and I want to do it. I want to do it the right way. Well, guys, that's the whole point of this episode. Like, what do you need to do to be able to make a difference this time? Like, how do I see the results that you haven't seen in the past? What do I need to do different to be able to make this one a successful one? Okay, what is step 1, Daehan? What do I need to do first? What is the first baby step I need to take to be able to embark on this fat loss journey that is successful? The first thing you need to do is to lay out the groundwork in your mind. It really does all start with the mind. And this is something that I tell all my clients, people who I've worked with, people who just ask me, hey, how do I start? What is step 1? And the real answer is it all starts with the mind. And the reason why I say this is because it is essentially like everything in life. You have to be intentional, you have to be serious, you have to be purposeful, you have to be driven, you have to put in the mental fortitude to be able to do these things. For example, buying a house, graduating high school, graduating college, building a good credit score, your first girlfriend, a marriage, all those things were done with that mental fortitude, the planning, the seriousness, the dedication, the purposefulness. All those things were required to be able to accomplish that. Now, maybe you didn't have your dream board, like Oprah and plan everything out, but it took the mental fortitude and the seriousness and the dedication to accomplish all those things. And I would argue that fat loss or bettering oneself mentally and physically is one of the best things you can do for yourself. And that's because if your body, if your mind, if those two important aspects are not in the right frame of mind or right state, how could you possibly expect it to transition successfully to your work, your relationships, your friends and family, your money, all those different aspects of your life that are very important as well? How could you possibly expect it to be successful when your mind and body, you're internally not in the right state? So that is step 1 into building a successful frame of mindset to be able to have a successful fat loss journey. Okay, step number 2, be open. Especially for those of you who have done it in the past and have never gotten the results that you were looking for or wanted, you have to be open to be doing things that you have never done before to be able to get the results you have never received. If you're going to do the same things that got you the same results, that is a definition of insanity. You must also be willing and open to listening and learning to different people who have done it before and have gotten the results that you are looking for. And that may require some research, that may require asking people for help, that may require all those different things. But I'm not saying you have to listen to the latest trendy fad diet and go on that 100%. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I'm not saying you have to do that. What I'm saying is listen to people who have done it, their principles and strategies, and take those nuggets, implement it into your lifestyle, something that you can do, something that you would like to do, and encapsulate it and make it your own. That is something that is very important, because if you're following something that doesn't work for you, doesn't work for your lifestyle, it's not going to be a long-term thing. And for me, I'm sure for a lot of people, I'm looking for the long-term strategy. What could you do a day in, day out that is not a hindrance to your lifestyle to be able to do it long-term, not just 1 year, not just 6 months. I know for a lot of the beach body people, maybe 3 months, six-pack abs, whatever. But I'm looking for 20 years, 30 years where you're feeling good, you're looking good, and just feeling great about yourself and just living an amazing life. That's what I'm after. So in order to do that, you have to be able to approach it in an open mindset, to be able to listen and learn and research and do the things that work for you. So that's really step number 2. Step number 3, there are no shortcuts. Period. End of story. Look, guys, if you're looking to get there fast, trying to find the next shortcut, I'm sorry to break it to you, but that is the end to failure. And I say that with absolute reassurance because I did it myself. I've seen other people do it themselves. And this is one of the main things that I go over with my clients. Look, guys, we did not gain the 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever, 100 pounds in 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. It may have taken 6 years. So why in the heck do you think you can just lose the weight in 3 months? Like, you have to be logical. Your body does not function that way. You can't just wish away the weight in a week. If your body has accumulated the weight over a series of months, years, then that's what you have to be willing to understand and have that mindset going in. You're not going to be able to take some pill or going on a juicer cleanse or any other diet or what have you, that magical body, get that magical number in a week. That is just not feasible. And the sooner you get through that concept to your beautiful head, the easier it will be on your fat loss journey. I can promise you that, guys. I promise that. So that's step number 3. Stop looking for shortcuts, because the more you keep on looking for shortcuts, the 6-minute abs, the more you're wasting your time. If you are tired of wasting time and failing again and again and again, I'm telling you guys, please take a new approach and say, you know what, I'm going to hunker down and what works for me and be willing to go the long route, build my own path to my weight loss journey. It will save your time a lot more. I guarantee it. Step 4. Prepare to succeed. Guys, just like with anything in life, and it seems like that is the theme here for today's episode, you must be willing to prepare to succeed. You must greet success with preparation. If you're the person who can go off the cuff and just be able to see results, see the weight loss come off by just going off the fly, the workout, the eating, all those good things, all power to you. But I'm talking about those people who maybe haven't gotten the results and maybe they need to try something else. And maybe they were inconsistent with their eating or their working out or their sleep. Maybe you need to do different things to be able to get the different outcome and stay on schedule. For example, maybe if you're staying up all night, which sleep definitely affects your weight loss. Maybe read a book before instead of getting on YouTube or your Instagram and scrolling for another hour, or getting blue light blocking glasses, or meal prepping for the week on Sunday, or having your tennis shoes right by your bed to be able to force yourself, hey, I gotta go run in the morning, I gotta go on a walk tomorrow morning, or having your clothes laid out, having your gym clothes laid out right by your bed to be able to force yourself to go to the gym in the morning and to stay consistent. Or maybe that means you getting rid of all your junk food and high calorically processed foods in your cabinets, in your refrigerator, in the trash. Maybe that is that. I don't know. I'm just listing off some examples that work for me and work for other people. You may have to research other prep methods that works best for you to be able to stay on schedule with your sleep, your eating, your working out, all those different factors. It's not just those three things, but there's so much more. But you may have to research and practice with and kind of tweak to be able to implement and best prepare you for success, to take that indecision out of your fat loss journey, right? You don't want to always be thinking, oh, what should I eat? What should I do at the gym? Maybe sometimes you want exactly a plan laid out, things you need to do to be able to say, okay, this is what I need to do. Let's get it done. So maybe that's what you need to do. I don't know. But again, preparation meets success. Step 5, be consistent. Guys, we all know that consistency, doing the right thing over a period of time, is what gets the results. You cannot expect, and that's not even logical, with your work, in relationships, or your trust in relationships, you can't just do the right thing for a week, expect someone to trust you, or repair a relationship, or do good things that work for a week and get the promotion, right? You have to be able to implement and do good work, the right thing that you're supposed to do over a long period of time. You have to look long term. This is why finding what works for you in your life is so important and not someone else's. It will help you tremendously. Be prepared, be willing to be able to do the thing long term and stay consistent. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to have bad days. I'm not saying you're going to always wake up hunky-dory to eat the broccoli, eat the right things every day. Sometimes you're going to mess up. Sometimes you're not going to go to the gym. Sometimes you're not going to do what you're supposed to do that have gotten you so far. But that is okay. We're humans. We make mistakes. We need to pick ourselves up from falling down and just keep walking. Just keep moving. Keep crawling. If you can't run, you walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. You got to just keep moving forward, because staying down or laying down is not how you get the results. You persevere, you stay consistent, you stay strong, and you truly know, again, going back to number 1, you know how important this is. You go and go and go. You keep going. As you keep going, do not forget to be proud of yourself. Congratulate yourself. Be your biggest fan. And I'm not saying get big-headed or have a huge ego. If you lost a pound in your first week, if you lost 2 pounds, if you lost 10 pounds in over 2 months, what have you, well, no matter how big your accomplishment is, be able to reflect and be proud of yourself, because that can serve as your biggest fuel to the fire. Your fire to the goal, to accomplishing the goal. If you see yourself and you see yourself toning or, getting that muscle or seeing that weight go down, that can be the biggest fire. You're feeling it, you can sense it, you're imagining it, you're picturing it now. And that can serve as a juice, as the fuel to do the right thing, especially on those days where you don't feel like doing the right thing. It will give you that juice and energy as a reminder to say, hey, I know I'm not feeling it right now, but man, how proud am I to do this? Let's push through to be able to do the right thing, to be able to continue to be on the right track. And one other thing that I want to talk about that is so underappreciated, not talked about enough, is when you really self-reflect and understand what you have accomplished, as small as it may be. Maybe you were only able to walk a lap, now you're running a mile. Huge accomplishment. Say that to yourself. Understand that because of your work, because of your mental fortitude, because of the time you put in, because of the sweat, hardship that you put in, you are able to improve yourself. And when you really look at it and take a step back, that is you putting in the work. That is yourself, your actions that you have proven to yourself, telling you, hey, look, I wasn't good enough to do that, but I did it. Now I'm a different person. I'm not saying you're a completely different person, but you are improving. You are more confident now. You are a doer now. You are a planner now. You are consistent now. You are improving in important areas about who you are, which translates not only to your body, but much more than that. I want people to reflect on that. And that is one of the biggest things I do with my clients. I want them to see who they are becoming, where they started and who they're becoming. And to me, and that is one of the biggest gifts that personal development or fat loss can do for you. It is learning about who you are, who you're truly capable of, what your gifts are, what you are driven to do. Like, it gives you so much more insight on what you are truly remarkable of, what your capabilities are. You are so much more than what you think. And I hope you're thinking a lot. But even with that, I think you can do a lot more. You are so talented. You're so gifted. So have time to reflect, be proud of who you are and the work that you're putting in. Remember, it's hard work that you're doing. It's consistency, which is hard. But if you're doing it, be proud. Be proud of who you're becoming. So those are the 5 most critical, important pieces to building your framework to be able to prepare your mind for success in your fat loss journey. Hey guys, that is it for episode 1. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 1 of the Daehan Podcast. I hope episode 1 was valuable to you. Hopefully it was good information for you guys to implement into your lives, to better your lives. And you can expect more podcasts like this where it's about health, nutrition, longevity, and also interviewing amazing people, doing amazing things and doing what they love, and to be able to bring that good information, those golden nuggets of information to you guys every episode. Guys, I thank you for your time. I thank you for listening to me. I will see you next time.